Hi darlings, and welcome to my channel. You're all welcome back to my channel. For the new subscribers, thank you very much for subscribing. I am very happy that you're here. On today's video, we'll be learning how to make the leg of a mutton sleeve. That sleeve that looks more like a puff sleeve, but in this case it's kind of a little bit more dramatic than a puff sleeve, but you can decide to go that dramatic with the sleeve depending on how big you want the leg of your sleeve to be. Okay, first off, I have a copy of my basic sleeve pattern. If you've not seen a video of how I made the basic sleeve pattern, I'll put the link in the description box so that you can go and check it out. On this video, we'll be needing just your sleeve pattern, pair of scissors, and then a fresh pattern paper. So first off, before we go into the video, make sure that you subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, and also like, share, and comment. And also, if you like this video, do not forget to leave it a thumbs up. So first off, I've gone ahead to tape my sleeve on a fresh pattern paper. Okay, so first off, you need to tape your sleeve on a fresh pattern paper. Now after you're done taping it, you can see on the sleeve I have my grain line and also my my sleeve height line. These two lines will serve as a guide for when we start slashing up the sleeve for this pattern. So now that I'm done taping down my sleeve on the fresh pattern paper, what I'll do from the sleeve from my bicep line, that is that line on my biceps height on my bicep, I'm going to be coming down by 3 inches. You can decide to come a little bit lower than that. It's still fine. What that means is that your sleeve is going to be a little bit more dramatic than what I'm about to make. So I'm going to place my tape on that line and I'm going to come down by 3 inches. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a straight line to connect that point together. I have the 3 inches down. Next up, I'm just going to extend my center line upward on my sleeve pattern on the fresh pattern paper, just so that we have more room to work with. After that, I'm also going to draw a diagonal line at the sleeve head also, just so that we can spread that part and also get what we can get for that part. So I'll be drawing a diagonal line on the two parts of the sleeve. After I've drawn that line, next up I'm going to be cutting from that center line up until the 3 inches that we marked below the bicep line, and then taking it over to the corner and then slashing it open. Now what we do is, when you cut your sleeve, make sure that you don't slash up till the end of the sleeve so that the piece do not fall off. So I've gone ahead to slash open all the lines that I made on this piece. I've slashed the first 3-inch line down, the second line, and also the diagonal line. I've all gone ahead to slash up open those lines. So I am not slashing up until the end of the sleeve. Take note of that. So after slashing it, next up is to spread. So what you need to do is, when you're about to spread, make sure that you do not overspread and tear your paper. So when you're spreading, when you get to your limit, you stop there and you tape it down. So that's what I'm about to do now. But before then, I'm going to also extend my grain line downwards so we can have 2 equal sides. So I've gone ahead to open up the first side, and then I'll tape it down. Same thing with the second piece and the third piece. I'm also going to be taping it down as well. After I'm done taping down this side, the first part of the sleeve, I'm going to go over to the second side of the sleeve. Now what we'll do for the second part is, whatever amount of spread you have on each of your spread, you mark it, you measure it, and then you transfer it to the other side of the sleeve so that you just have an equal part. So I've marked what I have on the first spread and I've transferred it second to the other side of my sleeve. Same thing I will do with the second and the third spread. I will also transfer it to the other side of the sleeve. So after I have done this, next up I'm going to be drawing a straight line to connect from one sleeve head to the other. So on the two sides of my sleeve now, I'm going to draw a straight line to connect those points together. Now the reason for this straight line is just so that when we extend the sleeve head, we have equal base. Next up, after drawing out that line, I'm going to place my tape upward from that line, and I'll mark 3" on the line. So on that straight line, I'll place my tape on that straight line and then mark 3" upward, and then place a mark on the 3" there. Next up, I'm going to be connecting from one sleeve head to the other. I'm going to be creating an oval shape. So I'm connecting one sleeve head to the 3" that I marked upward from the first side to the second side. So we're just going to be creating an oval head for this sleeve. So now that I have that, I'm just going to trace off the remaining part of the sleeve on my pattern paper, just to make sure that I have everything in place. After I have done this, after tracing off my sleeve on my pattern paper, next thing I'm going to do is to take out the slashed sleeve that I have, so that will reveal the main sleeve that we've drafted. Okay, I've gone ahead to take out the slashed sleeve that I don't need, just for us to reveal the main sleeve itself. So you see what the sleeve is looking like after we have taken out the slashed one. Next up, I'm just going to make sure that I have that line, that green line. I'll mark it all the way down to the bottom of the sleeve, and also to make sure that we highlight all the points on the sleeve body, just so that the points come out well. So I've gone ahead to also use my marker to draw out the shape the way it is supposed to be. And then also, after drawing out the shape, I also placed my notch where my notch is supposed to be, just so that when you're pleating the sleeve, you already know where your notches are, and you know where you're going to be placing it on your sleeve. So I've just placed my notch, and then I've also indicated what part is the front and what part is the back of the sleeve. I've gone ahead to write my annotations on the sleeve. If you're cutting on your fabric, you know that you're cutting on fold, and you're cutting one for each sleeve. And also make sure that you add seam allowance in case if yours doesn't have a seam allowance. And basically the sleeve is ready. This is what the leg of a mutton sleeve looks like. So next up, we're going to be testing this pattern. So I'll place this pattern on a piece of fabric, and I'm going to cut it out. So I'm going to just go ahead and cut out the shape, just so that we test this pattern and see what it looks like after all of this work that I put in rather. Okay, so I've gone ahead to cut out the sleeve, and next up I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and go and run a gather stitch from the first notch to the second notch. I'm going to be running two gather stitches on it. From the first notch on the front of the sleeve to the back of the sleeve, I'll be running stitches on it, and then I'm going to be doing the gathers. You know how to do a gather stitch now. So I'll go ahead and run the gathers on the sleeve head when I get to on the sleeve head, and then after that I'm going to close up the sides of the sleeve, and I will show you what it looks like. So this is what the sleeve looks like. I'm done stitching up and also graduating the top. I've stitched up the side, and this is what it looks like. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe, recommend this channel to your friends, and also put on your notification bell so that you'll be the first to know when I post a new video. Alright guys, stay positive wherever you are, and thank you. See you in my next video. Bye.